Love is not just a feeling, but a long journey filled with challenges, learning, and growth. But do we really understand love, or are we just drifting with the highs and lows of emotions? Have you ever wondered why men sometimes behave confusingly in love? There are moments when he is sweet and caring, but other times he becomes distant and cold. Some men are ready for long-term commitment, while others fear the responsibility of a relationship. Women often find it difficult to understand how men express their feelings, leading to unnecessary negative thoughts or misunderstandings. Welcome to Sophia's Knowledge, and my name is Sophia. This is where we explore real stories, profound lessons, and valuable experiences about love. In today's video, we will dive deep into the psychology of men in love. You will understand how men think about love, how they express their feelings, the signs to recognize when a man truly loves you, and how to make your relationship more lasting and fulfilling. Watch the entire video because, at the end, I will share essential secrets to help you maintain a long-lasting and happy love. If you have ever pondered questions about love, don't skip this video. For the best experience, find a quiet spot, put on your headphones, and fully immerse yourself in what I'm about to share. Relax, and let everything flow away. Let's find the keys to living fully in every relationship together. Let's get started. Why men can love but not express affection like women. Women often have a tendency to express emotions more than men. When in love, women like to share, talk about their feelings, and hope to receive loving words from their partner. But men are different. Men's psychology in love is influenced by many factors, including biology and social culture. From a young age, men are taught to be strong and not show too much emotion. This makes them inclined to hide their feelings instead of expressing them openly. When in love, they might care deeply for their partner but not know how to put it into words. Instead, they show love through actions. If a man rarely says sweet things, but always helps you when you're in trouble, listens to what you share, or remembers small details about you, that's how he expresses his affection. Don't judge a man's love by words alone, look at his actions. The psychological stages of men in love. Men's love typically goes through three main stages: the pursuit stage, the bonding stage, and the challenge stage. The pursuit stage. This is the initial phase when a man is attracted to a woman. At this stage, he is often very enthusiastic, actively pursuing, and spends time and effort to impress her. This is a natural instinct. Men enjoy the feeling of conquest and want to prove themselves to the person they like. However, not all men who pursue you are genuinely serious. Some are just seeking the thrill of something new and lose interest once they conquer. How can you tell if a man is sincere during this stage? Pay attention to how he cares for you. If he only focuses on your appearance and superficial things, he might be playing for fun. But if he genuinely listens to you and cares about the little things in your life, that could be a sign of sincere affection. The bonding stage. After passing the pursuit stage, men enter the bonding phase, where the relationship deepens, and they begin to think about long-term commitment. At this stage, men show love through practical actions rather than words. They want to be a solid support system for their partner, caring for her feelings and needs naturally. If he includes you in his future plans and shares his deep thoughts, it's a strong sign of his seriousness toward you. The challenge stage. Every relationship encounters challenges. This stage is when both partners begin to notice differences, arguments arise, and the love isn't as rosy as at the beginning. During this stage, some men may become distant or silent when problems arise. This doesn't mean they no longer love you, it's just that they aren't good at expressing emotions and need time to process their thoughts. It's essential not to pressure him into talking immediately, give him space to reflect. Signs a man truly loves you. He prioritizes time for you, even when busy, he makes you a priority. He respects you, not just in words, but through his actions. He protects you, ready to stand up for you when needed. He wants to know the real you, not just your appearance. He shares future plans with you, including you in long-term decisions. If a man shows these signs, it's a good indication he loves you genuinely and desires a lasting relationship. How to maintain a strong relationship? A lasting relationship isn't just about love, it requires understanding, respect, and effort from both sides. Always communicate openly and honestly. Don't forget to take care of yourself. A happy person builds a happy relationship. Create personal space, avoid controlling or imposing on your partner. Spend quality time together, keep the love fresh through meaningful activities. Learn to forgive, don't let minor conflicts damage your connection. Why do men sometimes love sincerely but act distant? One of the biggest questions women have is why men can be so caring at times, but distant and cold at others. This can cause confusion, leaving women wondering if their partner still loves them. Men tend to express emotions differently. While women like constant communication and attention, men sometimes need space to think and balance their emotions. When a man becomes quiet in love, it doesn't always mean he's bored or no longer loves you. Often, it's just him processing personal issues, dealing with work pressure, or contemplating the relationship. Instead of worrying or trying to control his emotions, give him time to open up willingly. When men feel comfortable and unpressured, they naturally return with genuine affection. Men's psychology in long-term love. As relationships progress, men's psychology changes from the early days of dating. Initially, they may invest heavily in impressing their partner, but over time, they shift focus toward career, family, and personal responsibilities. Many women worry that long-term love loses its spark. But that doesn't mean he loves you any less, it's just that his way of showing love evolves. While he may not send as many texts as before, he shows love through real-life care and support. Signs that a man still loves you in a long-term relationship: he remembers what's important to you, even small things. He willingly helps with everyday matters. He remains loyal and respects you, even after many years together. He still shows care, though it may not be as romantic as before. It's important to understand that long-term love won't always be filled with intense passion like at the beginning. There will be highs and lows. The key to a lasting relationship is mutual appreciation, quality time together, and not letting trivial issues overshadow the love you share. Have you ever experienced a similar situation? If so, share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences. If you found this content helpful, hit like and share to spread the message to more people. Thank you for your support. Let's continue this journey together. When do men fear commitment in love? There are some men who, even though they love, are afraid of commitment. They may have sincere feelings for you, but are still not ready to enter a serious relationship or move towards marriage. This usually stems from many reasons: fear of losing freedom. Some men worry that once they commit, they will lose their personal freedom and be bound by responsibilities they are not yet ready to face. Financial and career pressures. Men often feel that they need a stable career before thinking about marriage. If they have not achieved their goals, they might postpone commitment because they feel incapable of providing a stable life for their partner. Past hurts. If a man has experienced a broken relationship, he may fear that the same thing will happen again. This makes him hesitant to think about a serious commitment with someone. Haven't found the right person. Sometimes, a man's unwillingness to commit is not because he doesn't believe in love, but simply because he hasn't found the person he truly wants to bond with for the long term. If you are in a relationship where your partner shows signs of fearing commitment, it is important not to force him. Give him time to reflect and show him that you are ready to accompany him rather than putting pressure on him. How to make a man love you more each day. One of the questions women often wonder about is how to keep a man's affection growing day by day. Here are some secrets to help you build a happy and lasting relationship. Don't try to change him. Men do not like the feeling of being controlled or forced to change. Love him for who he is, rather than expecting him to become someone else. Always maintain your personal charm. Not just in terms of appearance, but also in spirit, lifestyle, and independence. Men like a woman who knows how to love herself and has her own life instead of being overly dependent on them. Show respect and trust. Men need to feel respected in a relationship. When you show that you trust and appreciate him, he will become more attached to you. Know how to communicate effectively. Communication is the key to a lasting relationship. Listen to him and share your feelings gently instead of criticizing or blaming. Keep the love fresh. Don't let the relationship become boring. Experience new things together, from surprising dates to trips or trying out fun activities together. Advice from psychology experts on men's psychology when in love. To better understand the psychology of men in love, let's explore some insights from top psychology experts. These tips not only help you understand men better, but also help you build a more lasting and happy relationship. Men express love more through actions than words. Dr. John Gray, author of the famous book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, explains, men tend to show love through actions. They might not say I love you often, but if he is willing to fix things around the house, help you when you're in trouble, or do little things like remembering your favorite dish, that is his way of expressing love. Expert advice: do not judge a man's love solely by his sweet words. Observe how he cares for you in everyday life. If you feel there is a lack of romance, gently share your desires instead of criticizing or demanding excessively. Men need to feel respected and trusted. Dr. Emerson Eggerichs, author of Love and Respect, states, one of the most important needs for a man in love is respect. When a man feels criticized, compared to others, or not trusted, he may gradually withdraw from the relationship. Expert advice: show respect for his thoughts, decisions, and abilities. Avoid criticizing or offending him during conflicts. Instead, use positive communication to express your feelings. If you disagree with him about something, discuss it calmly rather than showing contempt or impatience. Men need their own space to think. Dr. Gary Chapman, author of The 5 Love Languages, explains that men often tend to withdraw when facing problems. This doesn't mean they do not love you, it is just that they need time to process their emotions before they are ready to share. Expert advice: when a man becomes silent or needs some time alone, do not immediately worry or try to force him to talk. Give him the space to think, while still showing that you are always ready to listen when he wants to share. When he returns after his time to reflect, welcome him gently instead of reproaching him. If you are still watching at this moment, do not hesitate to comment the word "continue." Leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section. I would love to hear your opinions. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe so that Sophia gets more motivation to create more wonderful and meaningful videos. Let's continue together. Men feel responsible when they truly love. Dr. Robert Sternberg, one of the leading researchers on the psychology of love, developed the triangular theory of love, which points out that, when a man truly loves, he will feel a sense of responsibility towards his woman. He wants to protect, care for, and ensure that you are happy. Expert advice: if a man cares about your feelings and is willing to support you in life, that is a sign he truly loves you. Cherish and show gratitude for what he does for you. This will make him want to love and protect you even more. Men love long-term when they feel an emotional connection. Psychologist Dr. Terry Orbach, author of 5 Secrets to a Happy Marriage, points out that men may be attracted by appearance, but to sustain long-term love, they need to feel an emotional connection with their partner. If they feel misunderstood or ignored, they may gradually lose interest in the relationship. Expert advice: spend time talking and sharing your feelings with him. Don't just focus on work or personal life and forget to maintain the bond in the relationship. Small actions like listening to him when he has something to share, or creating special moments together, will help keep the love strong. Men can be hurt but are not good at expressing their emotions. Dr. Breen Brown, an expert in social psychology, has pointed out that men also have emotions like women, but they are often not encouraged to express them. They may feel pressured to always be strong, even when they are suffering. Expert advice: don't be quick to assume that a man has no emotions just because he doesn't show them outwardly. When he is having a hard time, show support instead of criticizing or demanding that he share immediately. A safe relationship is one in which both can express their emotions without fear of judgment. Men want to feel recognized and encouraged. Dr. Steve Harvey, author of Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man, shares that men want to feel that they matter in the life of the woman they love. If they feel unappreciated, they may withdraw or lose the motivation to try. Expert advice: don't forget to praise him when he does something nice for you. Show that you appreciate his efforts, even in small things. A simple sentence like "I really appreciate everything you do for me" can make him feel happy and motivated to love you more. Scientific research on the psychology of men and love. Many scientific studies have shown that men experience and express love differently than women. These findings not only help us better understand the male psychology, but also assist couples in building a happier and more lasting relationship. Below are some notable scientific studies on how men love, react to love, and the factors influencing their behavior in a relationship. Men fall in love faster than women, study from Syracuse University. A study conducted by Dr. Stephanie Ortigue at Syracuse University shows that men tend to fall in love faster than women. This contradicts the common notion that women easily fall into love. Study results: on average, men may fall in love after just a few weeks of contact, while women need more time. This is related to the way the male brain produces dopamine, a chemical associated with pleasure and motivation. When a man is attracted, his brain activates areas related to desire and happiness, making him feel excited and eager to pursue his partner. Practical implication: if a man expresses his feelings early, it does not mean that he is quick to get bored or not serious, but rather it could be a natural reaction of his brain. However, initial attraction does not equate to lasting love. Women should take the time to observe his actions and long-term commitment before making a decision. Men tend to express love through actions rather than words. Study from the University of Texas. Dr. Paul Eastwick, a psychology researcher at the University of Texas, conducted a study comparing how men and women express love. Study results: 85% of men in the study stated that they find it difficult to express their feelings in words. Instead of frequently saying "I love you," they tend to show their affection through actions, such as caring for and helping their partner in everyday life. When deeply in love, men often protect and share future plans with their partner. Practical implication: women should not be overly worried if their partner rarely expresses love verbally. Instead, observe how he cares for and looks after you in daily life. If a man helps you fix your car, picks you up when needed, or does small things like remembering your favorite dish, that is his way of expressing love. Men suffer more from a breakup than women. Study from Binghamton University. A study led by Dr. Craig Morris at Binghamton University, USA, shows that men suffer more deeply than women when going through a breakup, even though they may not show it outwardly. Study results: women tend to feel pain immediately after a breakup, but they recover more quickly. On the other hand, men tend to suppress their emotions and suffer for a longer period. Many men do not show their pain outwardly, but they might fall into depression or lose their motivation for life. Practical implication: when a man seems indifferent after a breakup, he may actually be hiding his pain. Instead of showing his emotions immediately, men tend to seek work, sports, or other activities to forget their sadness. If you see a man immersing himself in work or other hobbies right after a breakup, that could be his way of coping with his feelings. Men value respect more than romantic gestures, study from Harvard University. Professor George Gilder at Harvard University researched the psychology of men in long-term relationships and found that respect is more important to men than romantic gestures like hugs or gifts. Study results: 92% of men in the study stated that they feel more loved and attached when their decisions and opinions are respected by their partner. When a man feels disrespected, he tends to withdraw and express his feelings less. Actions like appreciating, listening, and trusting a man's decisions have a stronger impact than material gifts. Practical implication: if you want a man to feel more connected to you, show respect for his thoughts, decisions, and dreams. Avoid criticizing or hurting his self-esteem, especially in front of others. Men tend to remember their first love more than women, study from the University of Pennsylvania. A study by renowned anthropologist Dr. Helen Fisher has shown that men tend to remember their first love for a longer period. Study results: 60% of men in the study admitted that they still remember their first love even if they already have a girlfriend or wife. This does not mean that they want to go back, but rather that the male brain retains the memory of the intense emotions of the first love longer than women. Women are generally more pragmatic and can let go of relationships that are no longer suitable. Practical implication: if you notice a man occasionally mentioning his first love, it does not mean that he does not love you, it is simply a part of the way his brain works. The important thing is whether he truly loves and cares for you in the present. More detailed scientific research on the psychology of men in love. Many scientific studies have delved into how men think, feel, and act when they are in love. Below are some key findings from the fields of psychology, neuroscience, and evolutionary biology that help us better understand how men experience love. Men love with their eyes, study from Stanford University. Dr. David Perrott, a neuroscientist at Stanford University, conducted a study on how men and women are attracted to each other. Study results: men tend to be attracted to appearance at first sight due to a more developed visual nervous system compared to women. A part of a man's brain, particularly the occipital lobe, the visual processing area, is more active when he sees an attractive woman. Men can decide whether they are attracted in as little as 0.2 seconds after seeing the person. Practical implication: this is why men are often immediately attracted by appearance, but this does not mean that they love solely because of looks. After the initial attraction phase, men begin to evaluate other factors such as personality, intelligence, and values to determine whether they truly want a long-term relationship. Men experience a stronger biological reaction when in love, study from Rutgers University. Dr. Helen Fisher, a renowned anthropologist at Rutgers University, has conducted many studies on how a man's brain reacts when he is in love. Study results: when a man is in love, the reward center in his brain, especially the ventral tegmental area, VTA, becomes highly active. Men release more dopamine, the happiness hormone, and norepinephrine, the stimulating hormone, than women when they are in love. This makes them feel excited, happy, and intensely drawn to their partner. When in love, men tend to be more proactive because their brains are stimulated by the challenge and conquest. Practical implication: men feel love as a powerful stimulant, which is why they may actively pursue and try to impress the person they love. When a man is deeply infatuated, he may act impulsively, dedicating a lot of time and effort to pursue his partner. Men are less sensitive to emotions than women, study from the University of Cambridge. Professor Simon Baron-Cohen, a neuropsychology expert at the University of Cambridge, conducted a study comparing the ability to recognize emotions between men and women. Study results: women tend to be more sensitive to facial expressions and the emotions of others than men. Men have fewer neural connections between the emotion processing area, amygdala, and the decision-making area, prefrontal cortex, which makes it more difficult for them to express emotions compared to women. When conflicts arise in love, men tend to withdraw and reflect on their own instead of talking immediately. Practical implication: if a man does not clearly show his emotions, it does not mean he does not care, it is simply that he finds it more difficult to express his feelings. When men encounter problems, rather than wanting to share immediately, they tend to solve them on their own first, so women should not worry too much when they need their own space. Men tend to invest emotion in a single relationship. Study from Oxford University. Dr. Robin Dunbar, an evolutionary psychology researcher at Oxford University, discovered that men tend to focus on a single relationship more than women. Study results: when men truly love, they invest more emotionally in one person rather than spreading their affections across multiple individuals. Once they have committed to someone, they tend to be less interested in other women because they have bonded their emotions to one person. This stems from a biological mechanism. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and vasopressin, the loyalty hormone, are released when men love, helping them feel connected to one person. Practical implication: if a man truly loves you, he will not be easily tempted by others, because his brain has wired his feelings to you. However, if he is not yet ready to commit, the dopamine hormone may make him seek new sensations, leading him to be easily attracted to others. Men need to feel successful in love. Study from the University of California. Dr. John Gottman, a leading expert on marital psychology, has studied the factors that help relationships between men and women last. Study results: men feel happiest when they can provide value to their partner and feel recognized. When men feel they cannot meet the expectations of their girlfriend/wife, they may become distant or show less affection. Relationships characterized by mutual appreciation and recognition have a happiness rate of over 80%. Practical implication: if you want a man to be happy in love, encourage and acknowledge his efforts. Words of encouragement like "I really appreciate everything you do" can help a man feel more confident and love you more. The latest scientific studies on the psychology of men in love. Science has conducted many insightful studies on how men experience and express love. From neuroscience to evolutionary psychology, these findings help us better understand the motivations, emotions, and behaviors of men in relationships. Below are the latest studies on the psychology of men in love, based on discoveries from top scientists around the world. Men release more testosterone when they are not committed. Study from Harvard University. Dr. Richard Wrangham, an anthropologist at Harvard University, conducted research on how testosterone levels affect men's romantic behavior. Study results: men have higher levels of testosterone when they are seeking a partner and lower levels when they have committed to a serious relationship. When a man begins to love deeply, his testosterone levels drop, which helps him become less aggressive and more caring towards his partner. Conversely, men with high testosterone tend not to want to commit and prefer pursuing multiple partners. Practical implication: if a man begins to act more caring and shows less interest in displaying himself to other women, it could be a sign that he is seriously in love with you. If he does not want to commit, it may be due to high testosterone levels still driving his instinct to search for a partner. Men feel more stressed when women earn more than them. Study from the University of Bath. A study conducted by Dr. Joanna Serta at the University of Bath investigated the impact of income on men's psychology in love. Study results: when women earn more than their partners, men tend to feel stressed and lose confidence. In relationships where the woman's income is 30% higher than the man's, the rate of conflict and breakup increases by 40%. However, if the relationship was stable before the woman's income increased, men may adapt to this change more easily. Practical implication: men have an instinct to protect and provide, so when they feel that role is altered, they may experience a psychological crisis. If you are in a relationship where you earn more than your partner, make sure he still feels respected and valued in the relationship. Men remember their first kiss and romantic moments more than women. Dr. Raphael Vladarsky, an evolutionary psychologist at Oxford University, studied the importance of romantic memories for men. Study results: 79% of men in the study clearly remember their first kiss more than women do. Men tend to cherish significant moments in love, such as the first meeting or the first date, more than women. This may be because men release more dopamine, the happiness hormone, when experiencing romantic moments, helping them retain powerful memories. Practical implication: if a man remembers small details in the relationship, such as the date of your first date or a song you both listened to, it is a sign he values this love. Do not be surprised if he recalls old memories, because for men, these moments hold more significance than you think. Men are happier when they feel they are the protector in the relationship. Study from Cornell University. Dr. Gary Lewandowski, a social psychology expert at Cornell University, studied how men feel happier in relationships. Study results: men tend to feel happier when they feel that they are the protector, the one who provides and brings value to their girlfriend/wife. When they feel that this role is weakened, such as when they cannot help or do something useful for their partner, they may feel unmotivated and less affectionate. The men in this study stated that being recognized and feeling valued in the relationship is more important than romantic gestures. Practical implication: men need to feel that they play an important role in your life. If you show that you appreciate everything he does for you, even small things like fixing things around the house or helping you in daily life, he will feel more connected to you. Men need emotional stability from their partners to sustain love. Study from Yale University. A study by Dr. Robert Levinson at Yale University examined the factors that help men remain committed in a relationship. Study results: men tend to be less adept at controlling emotions compared to women. They feel more comfortable in a relationship when their girlfriend/wife has emotional stability and does not create too much pressure on them. Couples in which the woman is calmer and less critical or blaming have a happiness rate of over 60%. Practical implication: if you want a lasting relationship, create an emotionally safe environment where both can share without feeling judged. When conflicts arise, speak calmly rather than blaming or criticizing, which helps men feel more inclined to remain committed. Conclusion: love is one of the most important and profound experiences in human life, but men and women love differently. Men may not express their feelings with words as much, but that does not mean they do not love deeply. Science has proven that they express love through actions, commitment, and the desire to protect and care for the one they love. Studies also show that men undergo significant biological and psychological changes when they fall in love. They may fall in love faster, but find it difficult to express their emotions in words. When truly committed, men invest a lot of emotion and tend to be more loyal compared to the early stages of a relationship. However, to maintain a lasting relationship, they need to feel respected, recognized, and that they play an important role in their partner's life. Another important factor is that men also have their own wounds, worries, and pressures, even though they rarely show them outwardly. They may need space to think when facing problems, and when they feel emotionally secure, they will be more open in love. Women can help make the relationship lasting by understanding and supporting the man's psychology instead of trying to change him according to personal desires. Understanding men's psychology not only helps you avoid unnecessary misunderstandings, but also helps build a more solid and fulfilling love. If you know how to appreciate, understand, and communicate properly, you will be able to maintain a happy and meaningful relationship. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. I hope you have found useful lessons about love and relationships. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. I truly appreciate your support and will continue to bring valuable content in the upcoming videos. Continue to accompany me on this journey of exploring love and relationships. See you again and wish you always happiness.